Hey all you juniors, welcome back. Today we're going to film our second junior fitness workout video. As you can see, I've got the prescription written back up on the board for you. We're going to follow the same protocol as the first workout video, as far as we're going to do 3 exercises per circuit. The first circuit will be a predominantly push exercise circuit with kneeling shoulder presses, shoulder taps, and then static lunges, followed by our second circuit, which will be a deadlift row combo. I'll explain that a little later. Bicep curls, and then single leg bridges. Again, all you'll need is your body weight and a couple of sets of dumbbells. If you have the Bowflex adjustable dumbbells, we're going to use 7.5 pounds for the first circuit and then bump it up to 10 pounds for the second. All right, here we go. So, exercise number 1 and circuit number 1 is a kneeling shoulder press. We call this the coach's knee when you got one foot out in front. When you do any exercise in this position, you're going to be working your core and your stabilizers of the lower body in addition to the upper body shoulders and triceps. Starting off, you'll take your 7.5 pound dumbbells, bring them with your arms slightly out in front at about a 90-degree angle at your shoulders. Brace your core and press the dumbbell straight up and as potentially slightly back. You want to try to get your biceps towards your ears at the top. I'll show you from a different angle. Again, nice and slow with all reps, controlling your body as you press the dumbbells up and bring them back down. Now you're going to do 6 to 8 reps on one foot and knee forward, and then you'll switch and do 6 to 8 more reps with the other foot forward. That would constitute one set. Now, exercise number 2, you won't need the dumbbells. We're going to do shoulder taps. Shoulder taps is predominantly a core exercise where you start off in push-up position. So like workout video number 1, push-up position, hands flat, wrists directly under the shoulders. Feet can be slightly wider than shoulder width. And what we're going to do is take your left hand, tap to your right shoulder, put it back, right hand, tap to your left shoulder. The goal is to minimize how much your body would sway. And by that, showing you from this direction, is you don't want your body to sway laterally, which is bound to happen if your core is not fully engaged. So take your time, go slow, try to minimize that sway, and hold each tap for 1 to 2 seconds. And on that exercise, we're going to try to do 10 taps per arm. Now the third exercise for circuit number 1, static lunges. We're going to grab those 7.5 pound dumbbells again. When you do a static lunge, you want to take a slightly exaggerated walking stride, so much so that your back heel is naturally up in the air. At your hips, you're just going to hinge your upper body forward a little bit. Keep that same angle with your spine as you lower and pull your body down to where both knees are about 90 degrees, and then predominantly pushing through the front foot to start position. Now your body weight, you should feel like 70 to 80% of your body weight's on your front foot and only the remaining 20 to 30% on the rear foot. So you want to, again, predominantly feel the weight on the front foot keeping your upper body nice and stable the entire time. From this view, you also want to maintain a vertical shin. What that means is as you lower yourself down, your knee stays directly in line above your ankle. What you don't want is when you go down for your knee to collapse in or way drift wide. So the goal again is to keep the shin vertical. Okay, you would do 10 to 15 reps per leg. Now after you finish that set of lunges, take a little break, 30 seconds, give or take. Go right back to exercise number 1, the kneeling shoulder press. You want to try to do that circuit 3 to 4 times before you move on to circuit number 2. Now circuit number 2 is predominantly a pulling circuit. The first exercise is going to be 2 exercises in one. That's why it's called a combo. And it's the 2 exercises that we did in video 1. So the deadlift row combo. Now we're going to do 2 rows for every deadlift. So you'll start with your feet shoulder width apart. Again, you're going to hinge at the hips. Stop when the dumbbells are just barely below your knees. Then from there, keeping your body still, you'll roll the dumbbells up towards your rib cage. 1, lower back down. 2, lower back down. Then come tall out of the deadlift. Again, from this angle, predominantly you want to hinge. Just means push your hips back. Hinge at the waist. Dumbbells are just below my knees. I row 1, down, 2, down, and then staying back tall. So you're going to do 10 to 12 of those deadlifts, which will be 20 to 24 rows. So we're really doubling up on the upper back there. Now, exercise number 2, we're going to do bicep curls. Again, staying with the feet shoulder width apart. Keep the dumbbells by your sides, facing you, palms are facing you. As you bend or flex at the elbow, you'll rotate the dumbbells. So now the knuckles are facing away, palms are facing your shoulders. As you lower them back down to your sides, you rotate them back to the starting position. The most important part of doing this single joint bicep curl is that that's the only joint you're working. What you do not want to do is swing your arm forward and heave your body back and forth. Again, strict curls means your body stays still, your elbows don't move, or your upper arm doesn't move. It just curl, rotates, and return. So the upper arm stays exactly where it was throughout the entire exercise. You'll do 10 to 15 of those. Then the last one will be another single leg predominant exercise, the single leg bridge. This one we're going to lay on the floor, works the glutes and the hamstrings predominantly, opposite muscles of the static lunge. So when you lay back, make sure your feet are flat and pulled as close to you as you can possibly get them. Brace your core. Take your one leg, my right leg, and try to keep it as straight in the air as you can. And then pushing all through the left foot, predominantly the left heel, you bridge your hips up as high as you can, lower to lightly touch the ground, and then bridge back as high as you can. Again, you're pushing your foot down. Feel like you're pushing your foot through the floor, and that's what lifts your hips up high. You're going to do 10 to 15 each leg. And again, after you finish that exercise, take a little 30-second break, go right back to the top deadlift row combo. Now, to reiterate, the first circuit we had 7.5 pounds. Once you can do the higher end of the rep range, like you did 8 kneeling shoulder presses, and you did 15 static lunges, and you did that 3 to 4 circuits, not a problem. Bump those weights up to 10 pounds, because that's what we're using in circuit 2, or 10-pound dumbbells. And then the same philosophy, once you can do the high end of the rep range for all exercises with the 10 pounds, on the Bowflex, dial it up to 12.5 pounds. Always trying to do just a little bit more. Don't rush it, take your time. Hope you enjoy this workout. Give us some feedback and keep on the lookout for the next workout video. Be coming at you soon. All right, thanks a lot. Y'all keep lifting.